Okay, guys, let's see how many solve this very question correctly. So let's see what we have right here on the board. A box rests at a point 2 meters from the axis of horizontal circular platform. The coefficient of static friction between the box and platform is 0.25. If the rate of rotation is slowly increased from zero, at what angular speed will the box slide? So first we're going to have a kind of pictorial interpretation of this. So we have a circular platform like this. There's a circular platform. The center, there's a middle of the circle. So here's a radius, here's a radius. So the very box sits right here. That's about 2 meters from the center of the whole platform. 2 meters. That's the radius. This is what we're talking about. There's a radius. So don't forget the coefficient of the static friction or the friction between the box and the platform is 0.25. That's a coefficient. So now don't forget this very stuff you're talking about looks very much like you know like one of the major formulas to the right. I don't know if you. I'm very sure that we can remember the fact that we talked about cars moving in a circular path. We have the banked circular path and the non-banked circular path. So this very much looks like a car moving in a non-banked circular path. So we derived a couple of formulas. I'd love you to go and see those formulas. I won't derive them right now, just write them out on the board. So we have a static friction to be 0.25. We have the box just 2 meters away from the center of this horizontal circular platform. So don't forget, I said if the rate of rotation is slowly increased from zero, at what angular speed will the box slide? So we are looking for this, the angular speed. That's what we're looking for. So you have the radius already. The radius is 2 meters. That's the radius. So how do we get this? For us to get the angular speed, there's a formula which is the linear or tangential speed or velocity equals to angular or centripetal or radial speed times radius. There's a formula. So for us to get this, we will need to get this. So there's a formula that will help us get this. So here's a formula. This is equals to the coefficient of static friction times gravity times radius. This was derived in our previous lesson. If you want to see how this formula will derive, you could go see the previous lessons. So now what do? We are just going to fix everything right in here. So velocity is square root of this. The static friction is coefficient of it 0.25 times gravity, which is 10. That's a constant. Times radius. Radius is 2 meters. So you have a linear velocity or tangential velocity to be 0.25 times 10 times 2. That will give us 5. So what's the square root of 5? The square root of 5, let's quickly do that. Square root of 5 will give us 2.2